Thank you for being here today. Just to let you know, there will be part 2 of this. What we're going to talk about today, that's why I have the large dry erase board. It comes in so handy to give a visual to these things. We're going to talk about hell, Hades, sheol, and Gehenna, and what are all these terms, etc. The Bible that I use every day is an RSV version, and it actually doesn't have the right words, so I'm going to use KJV, and I am going to use the very first passage in scripture today for our verse. That is the very first time that we see the term hell in scripture. So the very first time that we see it is Deuteronomy 32, Old Testament, verse 22, and here is what it says. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. So that is from the KJV. So the term hell is 54 times in scripture, 31 times is in the Old Testament, 23 times is in the New Testament. All of the Old Testament terms for hell, they come from H7585. Remember that the Old Testament was written in Hebrew, thus the H, New Testament Greek, thus the G when we get there. But they all are the exact same term. Now, the term Hades, that word is actually not in the Bible. Now, other words for Hades are grave, pit, or hell, but hell and Hades, Hades as it's often said, which is not in scripture, comes from that H7585 in the Hebrew. Hades, or the world of the dead, as a subterranean retreat, including its accessories and inmates. So I used my concordance. I looked up hell, Hades, sheol, and Gehenna, and that is how we know that the term Hades was not in the original text. Now, oftentimes people use the word sheol, but sheol and Hades, which is why I have the black in the black, the equal sign with a line through it, they are not the same term. The term sheol is actually not in the Bible as well. Other terms for it are grave, pit, or abode of the dead. Now, in Greek mythology, in the orange at the bottom, Greek mythology says that Hades is the place where the dead souls are alive. So you can see how this sort of gets infiltrated into Christianity. But Hades was a Greek word to represent the Hebrew word sheol, which is the state of being dead, which is different than a place where dead souls are alive. So Hades and sheol cannot be used interchangeably. They don't mean the same thing. The term Gehenna, that is also not in the Bible. It actually is a real valley in Jerusalem. And that term comes from the Greek word, again, Greek for New Testament, G1067, Gehenna, Hebrew word from H1516 and H2011, Valley of the Son of Hinnom, used figuratively as a name for the place or state of everlasting punishment, hell. So just to kind of get us all on the same page, hell is in scripture, Hades, sheol, and Gehenna, those words are not in the original text. So for me, when I was looking up Deuteronomy, which is that first place that we see the term hell, the Bible that I use every day is a new RSV, but that actually had the wrong terminology. It had the word sheol, and we can't use that because that is not the correct interpretation of what that word is. So what we're going to do tomorrow then is we're going to look at these 23 New Testament verses for hell. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.